Hi, welcome to my room and the ugly mess behind me. Um, so uh, I'm doing this video is because it's an inspiration from my younger brother. Because he's let me see this again. Yeah, he's an atheist or atheism. As if hopefully I got that one right. I think it's the right one anyway. Um, trying to think. Yeah, so I found these two articles online. From one of them's from the BBC. One of them's from the BBC about atheism, and the other one is from a different website. But the one from the BBC, I'll read this one out to you. Um, it was last updated in 2009, the 10th month, the 22nd. That's October 22nd. And this is just as a glance. So atheism, it says atheism at a glance. Um, it says atheism is the absence of belief in any gods or spiritual beings. The word atheism comes from a meaning without, and atheism meaning the belief in God or gods. Atheists don't use God to explain the existence of the universe. Atheists say that human beings can devise suitable moral codes to live by without the aid of gods or scriptures. Reasons for non-belief. People are atheists for many reasons. Among them, they find it, they find insufficient evidence to support any religion. They think that religion is nonsensical, which is spelled nonsensical, nonsensical. They once had a religion and have lost faith in it. They live in a non-religious culture. Religion doesn't interest them. Religion doesn't seem relevant to their lives. Religions, relig, religions seem to, religions seem to, religions seem to have done a lot of harm in the world. The world is such a bad place that there can't be a God. Many atheists are also Many atheists are also secularists and are hostile to any special treatment given to organized religion. It is possible to be both atheist and religious. Virtually all Buddhists manage it, as do some adherents of other religions such as Judaism and Christianity. But there's different type of Christianity. Let me just stop there. There's different type of Christianity because um how can I put this? Actually, some Catholics do some Catholics are serious about their faith. Some Catholics are serious about their faith, and they take it like a Pentecostal. And some Catholics say they're Catholic, but they don't follow the whole faith. You could call that religion as well when it says on here Christianity. So let me read on. Atheists and morality. Atheists are as moral or immoral as religious people. In practical terms, atheists often follow the same moral code as religious people, but they arrive at the decision of what is God or bad. Oh, sorry, but they arrive at the decision of what is good or bad without any help from the idea of God. What does it mean to be human? Atheists find their own answers to the question of what it means to be human. Oh, this is like a video, not a video, but an audio. It says this discussion looks at the question from both theological and ethical viewpoints. I'll put this in the link down below on my video, um, so you can find it quickly. Basically, what I've read as well. You can watch the video. You can watch the audio. Listen to the audio. I mean, um, so let me go back to these questions. Where it says, um, reasons for non-belief. People are atheists for many reasons. Among them, so this is one of them. They find insufficient evidence to support any religion. Okay. What I can say about that is, what if you do this, well, it's not a secret, but you can do this thing. You can test God if he's real or not. This is the way how you, although the Bible says you shouldn't test God, but when you're not really, you're testing him, but you're not really testing him, but you're basically just finding out for yourself whether God is real or not, because the Bible just does say, call out, if somebody cries out God, cries out cries out for the help of God. If somebody cries out to the help of God, God will come to the aid. But I know that's in the Bible. But I know that's in the Bible. But uh, I don't know the precise words that has been used. So so basically, you could do this little test to prove, to show you that God is real. What you could do, you could go in a quiet place. Don't let anyone know what you're thinking. Basically, just go in a quiet place and then ask. Don't ask God specific. If you're gonna, well, ask God for a sign to prove that to prove that He's real. Um, but don't ask God to prove. Ask God to show you a sign to prove that you're real. To prove that He's real by basically, like say you got an exam result coming in, or you want something specific. You want something specific. That's not you want something specific. That's not that's not evil. You want something specific, but you want something specific, but not evil. So so i- without so let so so take out the evilness out of take out the evilness out of the question, and basically ask God for a good question, ask God for a good answer. Like, for example, you want to know where you want to know, like say you want to pass an English lesson, and you ask God, quietly in your heart. You don't say it out loud. You just ask God quietly in your heart. um if I pass this English lesson, or if I pass this test, or any kind of test, or if I get this certain thing, and if I get it, or if I pass it, then I know you're real. And or you can even say, if I pass it in such and such a day, if I pass it in such and such a day, then you know. And if it comes true in that period that you want it to be, then you know that that's God, that that's that's God speaking to you. Or you know that's God being real to you. Or that you know that's probably God. And you know that's actually God. um Basically, when you're testing this situation, it's best to not say it out loud, or say it in front of people. Because for starters, when you say it out loud, I know you probably won't believe in the devil, but it's best to just take my recommendation. Don't say it out loud, because you got the devil listening to you, and the devil will come against it. But don't say it out loud, because one, you don't know. It's just for security, for your own sake. Just say it in your heart, because every human being can talk in their heart. Every human being can talk without actually moving their lips. They can talk in their mind, and stuff. So just say those things. they'll say those things quietly in your body, in your mind. And sorry, I'm yawning. So say those things quietly, and you soon find out if God is real or not. Um, Second one, they think that religion is nonsensical. I don't know what nonsensical means. I'll have to look it up and maybe get back to you. Let me quickly look it up. Hang on. I don't know if you can go get me a link. Let me just pause. Hang on. I'm just gonna pause. I look at the word nonsensical and I pause. So nonsensical means it means having little or no meaning. So I'll read this again. They think that religion is nonsensical. Um, yeah. Basically, um, I know. They believe. I think from what I vaguely remember. I think with atheism and agnostic. I think they think you once you die you cease to exist. That's why they will believe that it's nonsensical or little meaning or no meaning at all. As far as I understand. Um, but what I would say to that is that when you begin to when you begin to when you begin to understand God, then when you begin to understand God, God will guide you. God will guide you in this life. In this life, God will guide you through everything, believe it or not. God will guide you through everything. He will guide you. He will guide you through the Bible, whether you believe it or not. But it's a case of just I don't know. But I mean, Christianity is here for Christianity is here for for humankind's benefit. Because without Christianity, there wouldn't people you just things couldn't work out. Things couldn't things couldn't function. You just things couldn't function. You just wouldn't work out. You just we well basically Christianity had to come into being because things would be wouldn't it wouldn't make any things wouldn't make any sense if it wasn't for Christianity. So the other question they once had a religion and have lost faith in it. Um so I mean this is you could say this is the devil where it says they once had a religion and they once had a religion and they once had a religion and have lost faith in it. You could because that's I mean that's a tragedy really when a human being is trying to focus on something, focus on a religion and then and eventually things just run dry or in Christianity when things run dry when we're waiting patiently for God when we're waiting patiently for God for things when we're waiting patiently for God for things the devil can just God is meanwhile God is giving us time to strengthen and develop and stuff like that in that time period while we're waiting for our blessing because God is developing us and strengthening us and stuff and developing us to what He's called us to be um in that time period when you're waiting in the trial the devil can just come in and just like try to not let us believe anymore and just like and he will try not to let us believe anymore and just let us doubt in our own mind and just try to influence our minds and try to like not let us not be and not let us be interested in that religion anymore or in Christianity. um throw away once inside a religion and lost faith in it. So the next one, they live in a non-religious culture. So yeah, I think it would make sense that you would have to live in a lot non-religious culture because you don't want anything to do with religion. So on the next one, religion doesn't interest them. Yeah, it does. It becomes non-interesting because it's not a part of them. It's not part of them. And it doesn't appetite. It doesn't give them any appetite, and um it won't benefit them basically. So yeah, um to them it would make sense. Yeah. So religion doesn't me- religion doesn't seem to the next one. So the next one, religion doesn't seem religion doesn't seem relevant to their lives. Yeah, that's the same as what I've said before. They don't. It doesn't appeal to their lives. It doesn't it doesn't it doesn't match their lives to what they need and want. And yeah, and religions seem to have done a lot of harm in the world. What I can say about that, about where it says on the next one, religions seem to have done a lot of harm in the world. Basically, what I can say about that is the religion basically what you have to understand is that the devil is the prince of this world, and he owns the world, and he does whatever he pleases when people don't believe in God and stuff. So and I mean you got Muslims that are like, not all Muslims, not all Muslims, but I think it's the radical Islamist. I think you call it. They preach hatred, just to they basically preach hatred. So yeah, um, let me get back to you about that because I need to do something quickly. Okay. Sorry, I had to nip out to do something. So again, I'm sorry because I might have to be repeating what I've said before. Hang on just a minute. Yeah, so I might be repeating what I've said before. So so the question, where was I? The reasons for not the reasons for non-belief. Um, so it says here in the ones I read before, the one I just read before. Religions seem to have done religions seem to have done a lot of harm in the world. Um, basically, I think the reason for that is because a lot of I mean, I'm not gonna like be specific on one religion. I mean, you got the radical Muslims that are like that are bombing people and preaching hatred on humanity. And you've got I think you got other stuff. You got I'm not really sure about any other religions, but I only know that one. But I don't want to be specific on that one only. I'm sure there's other religions that are doing. I'm sure that there's a lot of other religions doing a lot of damage as well. But that's the only one I'm thinking that does that. Um, but in a way, I'm not saying this is Islam, but a lot of it's not. I mean, a lot of it's not really good. What I would say to that question where it says religions seem to have done a lot of harm in the world. Um, I mean, I've heard that um I've heard that I've heard that phrase before in when I'm out preaching on the streets. when I'm out witnessing on the streets. I've heard that term before, and basically what I would say about that is basically uh, what was I gonna say? Um, I mean, what I was gonna say, I don't think it's not good that people I think the word is put hatred on people because of religion. It's not right that people should do that at all. Um, but you know, when the devil's out there trying to deceive people, because the devil does it in many different ways. I mean, he does it by the devil uses many religions to deceive people, to not try to let them go to the one religion. So he tries to confuse them with the religion, and yeah. So so that's what I would say about that question, I think. And the last one is, the world is such a bad place that there can't be a God. Well, I would say that where it talks about the world, because what I've said before in the previous question, in the previous non-belief, yeah, in the previous reasons for non-belief, because it says here, the world is such a bad place that there can't be a God. Basically, what you have to understand is that the devil is the devil is a prince of this world, and this is his territory. This is the devil's territory, because in the Bible it talks about the pre-Adamic age, where Satan where Satan was cast down cast out of heaven, and he was cast out of heaven onto earth, and he is present on the earth, but you can't see him. And I know a lot of people don't believe it. I know a lot of people don't believe in the devil, and I spoke about that one of my replies on somebody else, another Christian that doesn't believe in the devil. But if you listen to the question now, if you ever listen to my other video that talks about what was it I don't it was titled reply, I don't believe in the devil. So basically the devil is the prince of this world, and he's in charge of it, and he's the devil is the author of evil. He creates evil, but then God is in control of God is in control of the devil. But whether we realize it or not, but um so what I would say about that is that so the devil does damage, but it doesn't. The devil does damage, but it doesn't do so much damage that it endangers people so much that they don't have a chance to just get to know God. God gives them the chance and the ability to get to know Him before they pass away or something. Um, but I mean, what I would say is that I know there's a lot of hatred in the world, but you have to look past it, and because there's a lot of good people in the world, and but you have to try and look past it, because there's yeah. So you have to. I was just reading the name again, the non-beliefs question again. So you have to try and look past what the evil is there is in the world. You have to, because as because of fly because of society, and because of Christianity as well. Well, we all together try to make peace on the world. We try and make peace in the world, and we try and make peace in the world, and we try and like we try and push back Satan's powers that he tries to enforce onto people, and suffocate people into let people suffer, so that because when the devil lets people suffer, that person would try and think that there's no such thing as God, because the devil would use the devil would use the devil would use pain and inflict pain on us, so that we won't believe in God, and that will create us not believing at all. um yeah, so it's a case of just, yeah, so like I was saying, just do the test that like I said earlier. Just go in a room on your own, and just um and then think of something that you really need, or something that you really want. Basically, just 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 think of something that you really need, and then ask God in your heart. Don't say it out loud, but just ask God in your heart. If if I get this certain thing, yeah, if I get this certain thing in this time period, then I know you're real God. But then if it doesn't happen, then then you know it's not God, which will be highly unlikely. But like I said, you mustn't say it out loud, and you mustn't say it in front of people. Just say it quietly in your heart, and don't speak it out loud. Um, you can write it down if you want, but don't. You can write it down if you want, but don't speak it out loud. But I mean, if you can memorize it, that'll be even better, because then that'll be a personal secret in front of you. That'll be a personal secret between you and God, and no one will know, no devil or anyone. So yeah, so yeah, that's that section. I wanted to do. So yeah, let me. Yeah, so that's it for now, and I'll talk about agnostics soon, or probably in a minute. I'll talk about agnostics. So stay clicked, and thanks for watching. God bless.